listening to the Video Game and Nerd Trivia Podcast with Tony D. Video Game and Nerd Trivia Podcast, your episodic dose of trivia covering all things video games and nerdy. Now, here's your host, Tony D.
Alright, welcome to another episode of the Video Game and Nerd Trivia Podcast. Today it's going to be another minisode. I've just been doing a lot of minisodes because I don't have time to do a full episode. We'll do that at some point. But here's another minisode today, and today's actually going to be on retro gaming emulators. So it's going to be interesting because some of these names for the emulators are not that straightforward. So I'll try to give you a little bit of a clue in the question itself. And then we'll see if you can get the answer. But if you're a video game nerd like me, you might know these already. So the way it works is I'll ask you a question, give you 5 seconds of silence, and then tell you the answer. Alright, let's play. Question 1. This emulator's name is an acronym that means Multiple Arcade Machine Emulator. It kind of sounds like you're calling your mom. What is it? I already told you it's an acronym, so this is actually MAME. Question 2. Which emulator has a name that looks like a tongue twister of the letter P and lets you play PlayStation Portable games on modern devices? That would be the PPSSPP. Question 3. This emulator for Game Boy and Game Boy Advance actually has the word Boy and Advance in its name. And it has some great visuals as well. What is it called? That would be the Visual Boy Advance. Question 4. This one is named after a smart sea creature. Because this emulator swims smoothly through GameCube and Wii games. What is it? This is Dolphin, which is also the code name for the GameCube back when it was in development. Question 5. This Super Nintendo emulator combines SNES and a techie sounding version number at the end of it. What is it called? SNES 9X. Question 6. It plays Nintendo 64 games and sounds like a mix between pen and plug-in. What emulator is this? This is Mupen 64 Plus. Question 7. This Nintendo 3DS emulator is named after a fruit and delivers a zesty way to play your games. What is it? Citra, which, after all those recent things with Nintendo, it's no longer in development, but yeah. Question 8. This is an NES emulator with a name that feels like it's a utopia for Nintendo fans. What is it called? This is Nestopia. Question 9. Which arcade emulator has a name that sounds like it's ready to finish strong and set everything ablaze in its alpha stage? This is Final Burn Alpha. And question 10. This powerful emulator front end combines retro and architecture into one name. Which emulator is it? This is, of course, RetroArch. Alright, hope you enjoyed this episode of Minisode about retro gaming emulators. If you have any suggestions for topics, feel free to reach out. I'm on Instagram at VGNT Podcast 1 and on X as VGNT Podcast. Until next time, trivia on.